Good morning. What's going on, y'all? Just got home. I took the RCF this morning at 12 UTC. We did in our KVK, and then had to run out quick. Just got home. Saw past 7 was open. There was fighting going on. This is past 6 still. Thought we'd throw up a little stream here, see what we could see. Terminator Clickbait. Somebody changed their name. I don't remember modding a Terminator Clickbait. Hey, Tesh. So this is past 6 yet. Same one they've been fighting over day in and day out. This is one of the past 7s. Looks like 2489 got that one. This is the second past 7 that 960 captured. So we got several places to look here. Right now the main fighting is here at past 6. Hey, Only Farmer, good morning. Amir, cheers from Israel, cheers from Wisconsin. If you guys don't know Only Farmer yet, click over on her channel, give her a subscription. She is growing and growing and growing, and we can help support by going there and subscribing to her channel as well. There are not many female Rise of Kingdoms streamers, so hey, go support her. What's up, Lemon? Good to see y'all. It's bright and early here. Well, okay, 8:26 a.m. Not so early, considering I was up at 3:30 or so, but it's early for one of my live streams. So hey, what the hell? Hope everyone is having a great weekend thus far. Looks like I may be wasting a nice sunny Saturday in front of the PC yet again. Our pass is open on Thursday at 12 UTC. So we got just under 5 days ourselves. 7 a.m., that's early enough for me. On your way to the gym for a bit. All right. Have a good workout. No fighting at this past 7. I mean, 3 fronts. These guys have been fighting for days at past 6, so it just going to be interesting trying to watch them fight at 3 separate fronts. I wish it told us when rallies were launched and stuff, so we could pop over and take a peek, and I can get rid of this 93 KVK, right? Probably that one too. Have you ever tried Doritos? Not Doritos, yes. I have no idea what Doritos are. Looks like there's a new fort drop here. That's why the fighting is so intense over here. What happened to the old fort? Did it completely burn down overnight while I was sleeping? That one's on fire. The one that was here is gone. This one's almost dead. I swore there was a fort in here. that was over half health last night. So I don't know if they tore it down and are rebuilding it closer. Just no clue. No clue. We're just here for the fights. Hey, Lordy. I have missed Lambo. No, Lambo's here. I'm here. Good morning. It's all good. Appreciate you popping on today to say hello. Terminator Clickbait. What was your old name there? Trying to figure out who one of my moderators is, so let me know what your old name was, Terminator. Okay. Not a problem, Alpha, as long as I know it's somebody I trust with that blue name. We're good. When is the Pass just opened today, the Pass 7s. They're still fighting a lot here at Pass 6, though. I have no idea, honestly, when Pass 8 opens. If it's like Heroic Anthem, it could be 3 days from now. If it's like King of the Nile, it might be, what is it, like 10 days? A couple rallies on this pass. One of them died already. Sorry, I do not know when the Pass 8's open. These Pass 7s just opened within the past few hours. So 960 is trying to take that clean sweep. They have this Pass 7. They took that other Pass 6 a couple days ago. They're going for this one now as well. Hey, New Jack. It's all good. I've been called worse. 89 doesn't have a significant number of players here, so if they can keep the double rallies full, I think they stand a good chance at taking this. Appreciate everyone popping on early in the morning like this. I'm not yet wide awake, so forgive the dead air, but that's what we got good music playing for, right? Keep you entertained while I'm sitting here staring off into space, trying to wake up. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I appreciate that. Click that bell icon if you want to get notified when I go live, and hit that thumbs up button. Press that like button. Swarm the like button today, please. Imagine they're probably throwing a second rally up, trying it anyway. Only because of the poll, I didn't push it. Okay, fair enough, Leo. We'll let you slide by this time. Always a critic, right? And I even defended Leo to Dragothian when he was saying Leo sucked on the field, so. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, Captain. Good morning. I ran Guan Leo for the longest time. Till I got my Scipio done. And there's that second rally now. See DB in there with Baba, trying to swarm those rallies down. Bye. 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 Next. Good morning, Lycan. Found some of the newer emojis in there. Nice. Good to see you. That is really Henry Nevsky, yes. With Warriors Unbound, you have auxiliary skills or different attributes or whatever you can put on commanders. So you can change Nevsky to archers, for example. '89's in trouble. Yeah, I mean 60 GT 1960 has the level 6 pass still, another level 7 pass. If '89 loses this one, it's very concerning for them. Uggy Boogie. Welcome. Yes, I believe you are correct. Seawill uses it. I think '89 knows that they are going to have some trouble here, so they're swarming everything. I don't know that it's that easy to target these swarmers with the 1960 open field marches, so they got to keep those rallies filled. Look at all the sad faces from '89 going home. Nice work. Yeah, I think Warriors Unbound, you can change the skills or change the troop type for commanders. Orleans has the up to 3 auxiliary skills type deal. Obviously, Strife of the Eight and Nile have bastions, but they really don't do anything. And then Heroic Anthem, you get bastion skills, right? Yeah, they did. That was impressive. There was a lot of swarming going on there. Why they didn't wait to go out and swarm until that counter rally hits is your guess is as good as mine, but Seawill desperately asking for people to top his rally off with archers. Yep. Precisely, Buggy. Thank you. Which makes for some very interesting pairings, right? You got your Nevsky Henry, you got your Henry Nevsky. We've seen a lot of crazy things used in here, and probably one of those reasons that I would not be doing Warriors Unbound. Just way too many options. There's too much brain work involved, right? Attila Herald. I thought Siege of Orleans you have up to 3 auxiliary skills. And Warriors Unbound you can change the troop type. Can you change the troop type in Siege of Orleans also? I thought it was just those aux skills, but I could be mistaken. I haven't played one of those yet. Uh-oh. It's now Zenobia. Poor Nevsky is archers now. Yeah, that's That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That it was just warriors where you could change the troop type. Orleans, yeah, swarming, swarming, swarming. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing Orleans. I think the map kind of favors bigger kingdoms with all the open space. But, I mean, all the commanders I've got, auxiliary skills would be quite interesting. Right? I mean, I only have 9 legendaries that are not expertised. And that's what? Charlemagne, Wu Zetian, Lubu. Oh, game glitch. Suleiman. I don't have Tariq done yet. Bertrand. Margaret, Babur. And there's one other one I can't remember off the top of my head. My Nevsky is running Mehmed, Chandra, Attila. I call Siege of Orleans the Siege of Swarms. Yeah, if you like swarming, that's a good KVK. Don't get me wrong, I love to swarm. It's just that map does not seem to be. It seems to be for bigger kingdoms. It doesn't seem to be for your CC kingdom like I'm in. I mean, I think the best thing about this KVK is you can only drop forts near passes and holy sites. No pressure on this pass at all. They might be trying to fight through this murder ball and take this building fort down. Gotta run Zhu Liang and Saladin? Interesting. Right, no rise of forts. No great fort walls, no. But if you can defend the pass, that's that's pretty much. I mean, they fought for this pass for like 7-8 days, something crazy like that. Finally got it a day and a half, 2 days ago. That's about it, Leo. In Orleans, you can place forts, but you can't defend anything. You know, other than the fact that Nile makes it too easy for kingdoms just to not fight at all, I didn't mind the map. You see what happens if we take off simplified graphics? Look at all the drone animation. I want to see 1v. Did those passes open for them over there as well? I do not. Let me check my Discord and see if anyone gave that to me. Nope. It's kind of like light versus dark, but you don't have nighttime and daytime where one side has an advantage, right? It's nice for lower seed kingdoms to know who they're allying with before going into the match, because my current KVK, we have 20 kingdoms in a heroic anthem. Strife of the Eights, we normally get about 32 kingdoms. So being able to choose your allies is nice in the aspect that you can choose people who you played with before, you have an established relationship with, and who you know are going to fight. It's not just random luck of the draw. Here you get paired with these 4 or 5 kingdoms and have fun with it. Alright, nice work, 89. They pushed 1960 back through the pass. Do Orleans King do Orleans KVK? That's just like a slim fast diet. Where am I at right now? I'm in my office. Oh, this is one of the past 7s. We just jumped here from the past 6. So this past 7 is controlled by 2049. This past 7 is controlled by 1960. And there's still quite a bit of fighting over here at this past 6, which is where we were just at. What kingdom? 1029. 1029. I have no plans to leave anytime soon. These are the Alliance power rankings for our KVK. We're 4th. Alliance kills, though, we're 1st. Individual kills, I am 3rd. Individual power, I am 5th. So we got a fairly even matchup. I'll throw our map up here real quick. We're in the wind camp. We're going against the earth camp to the north. Power, we're a little bit 0.2 billion power less than them. Kills, we're 5 billion kills less than them. And then fire and water will take on each other. So again, fire's got a little bit more power, but water definitely has more kills. So fairly even matchup, should be a good time. Hopefully we get some fights. We just got out of D Kingdom right before this KVK. So maybe in the future, Leo. Hey, Death. Good to see you. Stowe's here. Good morning. How's everything in Sweden today? All right, dude. Have a good KVK. Have fun. Most of the action is still at this level 6 pass, which kind of blows my mind. Gray sky, but it's warm. Yeah, it's supposed to get rather warm here today, too. I was thinking about turning the AC on here in a bit. Hard to tell if they're actually hitting this fort or not. Don't see any rally flags there. Sad faces for GT are about 2-1. Second, gotta keep rebuilding this Crusader fortress here. I can't tell, Lordy. Nope, it's still there. It's still there. I don't think they're hitting it. I think this is just all open field fighting at the moment. I think a lot of people are in Osiris League because look at this matchup we got tomorrow. What is that? 5 billion matchmaking versus 3.6. 30 versus 20. So yeah, I think Lilith had some problems with matchmaking this week with everyone in Osiris League. They were making one final stand last night, Captain Stinkfist, but I think it's pretty much over. The fact that they have no path into Kingsland right now, or last night when we last looked, I think it's over. I know Jake the Dog had a stream up last night titled something like 1307's Final Stand. So I think they were giving people one last opportunity to get kills in. And my guess is they're dumb dancing. And some of the fighters from SN are leaving. They're going to 1365 and 1846. As I understand it, Mad Phantom and Thor looking to clean up that kingdom a little bit. And they're nice guys, so I'm sure they'll give people the opportunity to leave before they just start zeroing them. But I think the problem they ran into this KVK is that they just have they're big and powerful, but they just have way too many casual players. You know, they jump on for a couple hours and that's it. And I've said it in previous streams, you know, when they are all fighting and they are winning, everyone from that kingdom shows up to fight. But when they are fighting and they are losing, a lot of that kingdom just doesn't show up. You know, I mean, it's sad to see another big Imperium kind of go down, so to speak. I'm sure the leadership there is working to develop a plan, and I think they intend to have, you know, 2 super solid alliances moving forward. Took a while, but once again, 2489 pushed 1960 back to the past. So nice work there. You know what WRIZ is? I do not. Okay, yeah, I got your DM, Leo. Thank you. Our pass opens on the 22nd at 12 UTC. If our fighting is done by the time your pass opens, you know, maybe we'll throw it up there. I cannot make any promises, unfortunately, though. It depends on how our fighting goes, but we'll give it a shot. Captain says, with the possibility of the KVK update, I don't understand why they're going to another big kingdom. Your guess is as good as mine. Two Alliance Kingdom is the way, is just... Two Alliance Kingdom is the way, just 3 kingdoms left to go to 2 Alliance Kingdom. And they will kill each other or be reduced to 2 Alliance by NMF. Just smash them fast. That's it, you know. I mean, we want to smash them fast, but at the same time, we want fights for more than a day. One of our enemy kingdoms in Fire Camp in the upper left-hand corner, they've had some drama already. You know, one person saying another person from another alliance was threatening them, and feelings got hurt, and people got disrespected, and this, that, and the other thing. So hopefully Fire can find it within themselves to work together and at least participate, make a solid push down towards their allies in Water Camp, so we all get some fights here. But no, I took the day off on Thursday so that we can participate as long as needed. Yeah, I do not enjoy Diplo. Thank God Cat and Resurgence are kind of leading up our Diplo team, and Stitch as well. Some of the crazy shit these people want, it's just fucking insane. You know, and I don't know how you can start demanding and making demands for rewards until you actually get in there and fight. But yeah, a lot of times in Diplo, kingdoms are, well, we want this, and we want this, and we want this. And it's like, motherfucker, we ain't even started fighting yet. How are you going to tell us what you want when we haven't even seen you on the battlefield?
Fight!
Got a little dummy in our kingdom who's toxic and mad because he has to migrate because he's inactive in KVK. But we're ignoring him. Just go 0. Leo's in 1069 if memory serves me correctly. Alright, looks like the fight's going to be right here for a second. I'm going to run, take a quick bio break. I'll leave you guys here. I'll be right back. Okay, that's much better. You know, it says we got a whole deadweight village in our kingdom. They all teleported to the same spot, and we just go and zero them every once in a while. Yeah, we got a few like that here as well. They like to come into the KVK map and farm resources because you can't steal their resources when they're in the KVK map if they're in your own camp, right? So they'll come into the KVK map, they'll farm resources, and we'll zero them. Tell our allies and the rest of the people in our camp they can zero it. Freedom to zero it will. But you know they still have T1 sieges. So they'll gather resources, then when they go back to the home kingdom, they'll try and steal a gold head event or something stupid like that. Speaking of gold head events. Okay, top 10 is good. Do they really? Oh boy. That sucks. I mean, the worst kind of players are those players who know what they're doing and they go rogue. You know, I can handle the rogue players that are noobs at the game or just coming back after 3 years away and don't have any commanders or know what the hell's going on. It's those guys that go rogue that, you know how to play the game and know the mechanics of the game that can cause some serious problems from time to time. Satisfying sad faces, enjoying the stream with some snacks. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thanks for joining, hanging out, and being active in chat. And I would never go rogue in 29. I respect the guys and girls here too much, but it might be fun when I decide to quit playing this game just to go to some random kingdom and just be a royal pain in the ass. That might be a fun time, right? Get all the farmers, zero all the small cities I can find right before the rally hits. Bubble for 24 hours. Random teleport like a motherfucker. Maybe one day. Farewell stream. Lambo goes rogue. I believe the fort is still there. We'll take a look here after we cycle quick through these level 7 passes. Yes, sir. Fort is still there. We still see the dotted blue line. It has got an hour and 37 minutes. Oh man, one of the whales from our allied kingdom who wanted to zero the rogue player but instead zeroed one of us. Oh boy. Oh boy. So you zeroed him back? Oh man. Sucks to be him. Check and double check. He didn't do his discount double check there, did he? Not bad from 960. Move up over here. 2049 had so many marches coming this way to reinforce the ball. Yeah, that's smart thinking. Make sure they can't reinforce the ball from here, and they're marching around the long way. You saw them all do an about face. Yep, Monk, their pass 7's open today. They're still fighting heavily at this pass 6, though. We just checked a few minutes ago. There was no fighting going on at the pass 7's. 1960 controls one of the pass 7's. 2489 controls the other one. I would not say that there is a clear-cut winner or loser yet. They have Kingsland to go, but 960 was able to burn a few of the 2049 forts. I think this one is now burning again. The one above these mountains was burning, still is. So, I mean, like I said the other day, I'm not ready to call a winner or loser myself, but if somebody had a gun to my head and asked me who I thought was going to win, I think probably 960. Hey, Lion, what's going on? Yeah, Kingsland definitely will be crazy. It's going to be swarm everything. It's going to be swarm everything. It's going to be who has the highest credit limit on their credit cards and who has troops and resources left. Yeah, I saw that KVK Leo. They were building forts. It wasn't as pretty as 90 or 1302's was. But they were just trying to hang on with those forts just so they have a foot in the door when the next zone opens up. 1V's allies were less than impressive. What is this? Open field round 6? '60 has the level 6 pass. Yep, that's right below this fighting. And main fort is down. They're building a fort right here. No way they get into Kingsland? I don't know. I mean, 2049? No way 2049 even gets into Kingsland? Is that what you're saying, Shocky? I mean, 89's got a path in here. Oops. That scrolling went way too far. And right here, so right now 89's got two passes into Kingsland. 1960 has 2 passes into Kingsland. I mean, 1960 is going to have to get through these pass 7's, burn the forts, and build all the way over there. I mean, they can't just drop a fort next to in the middle of nowhere in this KVK, right? And I'm sure 89 will not make that easy for them. I mean, if even if they burn these forts around this past 6, that's a lot of freaking flags. A lot of freaking flags to get all the way over here. So I honestly, I think both of them will get into Kingsland. I really do. Infant hashtag inf simp is the goat. Yeah, exactly, Monk. This zone is absolutely massive. And without the ability just to drop a fort anywhere, you got to build all the way over there. Oh, it looks like is that Xeno in the fort? Is that fort going to go down? Is there a rally on it? Let's scroll out and see. Well, we're getting some lag here. It's not letting me scroll out. Let's simplify graphics. I don't see a rally. They're straight swarming it. There must have been a rally, though. All those sad faces that just went home like that. Hey, Triax, good to see you. The maps are so insanely massive, only building forts around Hirons, circles, sanctuaries, passes. Yeah. Yeah, and congratulations to you guys for you and Lion was here earlier for taking care of 307. Nice work. Orland starting zones are so big. What are they made for if all the Imperiums vanish? I don't know, Leo. I don't know, Leo. I mean, I enjoy watching these big fights, but I remember being in them, and it was frustrating as all hell. Clicking on a march and having it not be there, or having it wait 5 seconds and not being able to see my troops on the field, and then all of a sudden they're 20 kilometers behind enemy lines and getting swarmed down. I like playing in a smaller kingdom where there's relatively no lag. I would imagine once this fort builds that the action will shift elsewhere. I mean, I don't understand myself, and maybe somebody who's much smarter than I am can explain it to me. Why GT and 1960 are pushing so hard at this past 6. You would think if their goal is to keep 89 out of Kingsland, that they would be going through this past 7. They would be trying hard to get this past 7. It's a much shorter to build flags from here to here than it is from way the hell over here to over here. So, I don't know. Thank you as a special KVK. that's how you want to look at it. I mean, 1093 and 307 were evenly matched in power. It's just 109. The fighters in 1093 are just dedicated and relentless. And I said it earlier in the stream. I think the biggest difference there is that 1093 has more hardcore players. 1307 has more casual players that would pop on for a couple of hours, and as soon as they started losing territory or whatever, then they'd just hop off. And I don't know if you've seen this yet. You guys have made me a fan of 1093, just watching y'all and how you work. I mean, everybody moves together. There's a plan. Everybody buys into the plan. They all execute the plan. There's no kill chasing. You methodically burn one flag, move together, clear the field, burn the next flag, move together, clear the field, burn the next flag, and then you do it all over again when the flags repair. It's just very, very impressive and fun to watch. See 1960 moving over here to cut off some of the reinforcing troops, but then 89 is moving down here to cut off the 1960 troops. So it just... oh my. See, I mean, here's the difference, right? 2049 is strong as hell. But you still got players marching down here to get into this fight. If this was 1093 coming to get into the fight, all the players would get there at the same time. It's just it's that coordinated. It's that organized. I mean, I have too, Leo. Until recently, it was 1960, 1254, and 1093. Well, I'm sorry. So, yeah, you can probably... okay, 1960, 1365, 1254, not anymore. And 1093. I mean, you put 1960 and 1093 together, like that last KVK they had, and they're unstoppable. Yeah, I mean, 1093 has been a top-tier kingdom since I can remember. I had to fight against them in KVK2, and it was not fun. And I'm in, what, my 14th or 15th KVK now? So they've been doing it for a long, long time. Opinion on Chisgull? Like, what are you looking for specifically? I think he is a fantastic content creator. He has built his channel into the upper echelon, the top Rise of Kingdoms YouTube channels out there. It's obvious he knows what he is doing from a sales and marketing and streaming, and content perspective. He is a fighter in this game. Do I think that he potentially prioritizes his channel over kingdom and leadership responsibilities? Yeah, but I understand that as well, right? That's his full-time job. That's how he supports his wife. That's how he pays his mortgage. That's how he makes his car payments. That's how he feeds his kids. So that it goes without saying that that's completely understandable. And there are other individuals in his kingdom now and in his prior kingdoms that need to run the show so that he can do what he does on his channel. Does he have a different fighting style than a lot of others? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's a game. People are going to fight how they want to fight. You know, however they have fun doing what they do, more power to them. I think the unfortunate part about being a large content creator like that is sometimes you attract undesirables to the kingdom. I know when he was in 1039, he came to 1039 when I was there, when about halfway through KVK 1. You know, we had an influx of people to the kingdom. After KVK 3 or KVK 4, he left. He took all the fighters with him. That kingdom went to hell because the only people left behind were a handful of people who wanted to fight, and then the people that were there just because Chizgul was there, people that were there just because Solomar was there and they were collecting gold chests. And it was very hard to get rid of those people when that accounted for 75% of the kingdom. And they went to 1075. They made 1075 into a bigger kingdom. But again, you know, I think him being who he is and the popularity of his channel, I think it attracted a lot of undesirables there. People that go there simply to be near the Chizgul, have a potential to see their army on YouTube, see their city on YouTube or whatnot. And that didn't work out. So then they went to 1254, and you know that recent story is kind of known there. You know, the no match is found, and the fact that Lilith is potentially changing up the way KVKs are done and how many players you can take into a KVK. So, I mean, I understand why they're leaving for, 2605. It's a shame, but it is what it is. The timing was not ideal. I don't think the email about them leaving to go to a new kingdom was the sole contributing factor to the 1254 loss. It was a perfect storm of events. People were not active after so many months without a big fighting KVK. The email contributed to that. I think there were just a lot of things. You know, going against 365 too. That's, I mean, you're fighting one of the top kingdoms in the game. You know, so there was just a perfect storm of events that kind of led to the direction 254 is now headed in. And it's unfortunate, but they will forever be etched in stone as one of the top fighting kingdoms of this game. And, you know, nothing should ruin that for them. Yeah, it's a solid top 5, Leo. Solid top 5. I don't think anyone can argue with that. But yeah, I mean, I agree. 1093 has always been up there in my book. Triax says, Glory Hounds, all bark, no bite. A lot of the time, that's true. We see the Xeno here again, so that fort is either getting hit, swarmed, or rallied. It's not letting me zoom in or out, so we'll just have to watch it and go from there. I mean, I got no problems with Chisco as a person. You know, he does what he has to do to pay the bills, and I get it. I get it. I do YouTube as a hobby. You know, I do this just to have fun. You know, I do this to meet new people like all you guys in chat. You know, I don't do this as a living. I don't ever project to do this as a living. I don't know if I even would want to do this as a living, you know. I like to be able to read, I would say probably 99% of the messages in the chat and have that interaction with you guys. You know, I don't know that I would ever want to get so big where, you know, I can't keep up with the chat and people pretty much have to super chat me to get me to answer a question that they have. I don't know that I'd want to do that. To me, that just wouldn't be fun. Any money I make from YouTube, it goes straight back into my PC or into the bundles that I buy or into the graphics that I purchase from Electro King. It goes back into the channel or into my PC setup just to keep having fun. You know, Rise of Kingdoms was starting to get kind of stagnant, get kind of boring. So I'm like, hey, you know, let's see if we can make a go out of this YouTube thing. And y'all have been phenomenal, and I loved every minute of it. What's the other 1%? I'm not going to say I read every chat message. There are times when I miss chat messages. You know, it's human, right? Or I'll get to talking on a specific subject, or if I'm fighting in KVK, I'm going to be honest, I'm not paying attention to chat. I mean, if y'all think I'm going to zoom out every time somebody wants to see the map, or show stats every time someone wants to see the stats when I'm fighting with 5, 6, or 7 armies and I'm in the middle of a murder ball, y'all are smoking some serious crack. My first priority is fighting on the field and doing what my alliance, what my coalition, what my camp, what my kingdom need me to do. It's not going to be showing the map or alliance kills to every Tom, Dick, or Harry who asks in chat every 3 minutes and 30 seconds, right? I am. I'm only human, and I'm a 52-year-old human at that. So maybe 98% is better. Light Angel, what's going on? I see you retracted your message. I don't know what it was. It flashed up there and then disappeared right away. I want to go back in time and see and play along T, JWM. Yeah, so White Tigers, we won KVK 1. KVK 2, KVK 3, we got our asses just handed to us. You know, White Tigers was not all that. I mean, KVK 1, KVK 2, I was not even close to, you know, a top tier player. Not that I am now, but, you know, my job and the job of the alliance I was in was to sit here, guard this pass. When the enemy comes through, call the White Tigers. You know, so that's what we did. So I had very few kills after KVK 2, even going into KVK 3. Hi. It's alright. It's alright, Light. I'm good. Yourself? 2489, 1960, 307, 1093 would be top 3 KVKs this year. I don't think I'd put 307 in that category. I really don't, and I think you're missing 1365. So what you're saying is that next upgrade is an ultra wide or second monitor for your dedicated viewers. I thank you for the subscription, Daisy Ray, Daisy R, Desiree. Thank you. I have 4 monitors. I have an ultra wide and then 3 27-inch monitors. But what you're saying that my next upgrade, I'm giving away a monitor? Is that what you're saying? Triex? Wiry GG, I can't wait to see you guys fight this KVK. I hope we get some fights. I hope it's worth the wait too. I certainly do. Yes, sir. Played with Bunny and Bulldozer in 1846 in my first KVK. Yeah, that had to be something. What do I do for work? I'm a business analyst for a software company. The company I work for makes enrollment, billing, and claims software for the health insurance industry here in the United States. No one put 307 in there, but yeah, I think they plan to get those 4 in the same KVK, but Lilith didn't sort it out the way it was intended or the way the players intended it. That said, I think you put those 4 in the KVK, right? 2049, 1960, 1307, and 1093. I mean, just watching those 2 KVKs now, whoever had 1307 as an ally probably would have lost. I thought you were an athlete? No, not even close, man. Not even close. I played soccer when I was a real little kid, baseball. A little bit of basketball in high school, not much. Not much. Oh, to keep up with the chat here, if you want to gift us a monitor, that's a way better idea. So here, I'll show you. This is my old setup right here, right? The desk is gone. I now have a sit-stand desk, but that's a 30-inch ultra-wide on the bottom, and then I now have a 27-inch on the right, a 27-inch on the top, and another vertical 27-inch on the left side. We call it soccer, you call it football. Let's not get into that debate. I understand, you kick it with your foot. Here in the States, it's called soccer. I played soccer here as a little kid. Yeah, exactly, Angel. Exactly. Fun fact, I was kidding about the athlete thing. Look at all those 1960 sad faces. I don't know as I've ever seen that before. Yeah, I mean, it works for me. It works for me. I really don't follow college football all that much, Daisy, and here's why. I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, so we always had the Wisconsin Badgers. When I was a kid there in the 70s and 80s, yes, I'm old, the Badgers weren't a very good team, so hardly anyone went to the games. You know, you could buy tickets on game day and get into the stadium if that's what you wanted to do. Then once Barry Alvarez came to Madison and they started winning and they started getting Rose Bowls, being in bowl games consistently year after year, You couldn't find tickets anywhere. There were so many Fairweather fans that jumped on the bandwagon, and I don't respect that. So I didn't want to be one of those, hey, I love the Wisconsin Badgers type fans just because they're winning football games. So I never really got into college football. Even growing up in a college town like Madison, Wisconsin. It's always been the Packers, the Green Bay Packers. Ever since I was little, I remember coming home from church, sitting down in front of the TV at 12 noon because the Packers were garbage back in the 70s, so they always had a noon game. They never had night games, which were past my bedtime. And I'd watch Packers football. So I grew up watching the Packers and loving the Packers. My dad was from Colorado, and they didn't have the Broncos when he was growing up, so he was always a Kansas City Chiefs fan. But I just grew up a Packers fan. Always loved them when they were crappy, and once they got good. Just like for the soccer, by the way. I'm just, that's what we call it here. It's not my fucking fault, right? Hey, Viper, good to see ya. You know what? You call French fries chips over there on the other side of the pond. We call French fries French fries.
Inter Miami signed the best footballer of all time.
I mean, our potato chips are your crisps. So, I mean, there are differences. Our soccer is your football. No, Leo's yanking my chain. It's all good. I mean, I was in an alliance, and I told somebody I was having biscuits and gravy for breakfast. And biscuits over here are different. You have your pastry, your buttermilk biscuit. You're kind of like a scone in England, right? In Europe. And you put a white gravy, a white cream gravy on it, a peppered sausage filled, fat filled gravy on your biscuits, right? So, they thought I was having cookies and with gravy on, with the brown gravy on, and they're just grossed out by them. Aluminum and aluminium. So, yeah, I mean, it's just different parts of the world call it different. I will try to call it football and specify football and American football being the difference between the two, okay? That doesn't mean soccer won't slip from my tongue every once in a while. Oh, that flag is on fire. They won't need that flag, though, once that fort builds. See if there's any action at those level 7 passes. I'm kind of stumped as to why there is not any action there. This guy trying to kill some AFK troops. Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to finish the fort. They just got too big of a field presence there, right? 1 hour. 1 hour. It's about as long as I can stream yet is another hour. Then I gotta go pick up the wife from work. I needed the car this morning to run some errands. Her Equinox died. We had to junk it, so we're down to the one vehicle at the moment. And I work from home, so I hardly ever leave the house anyway. So I figured, why buy another car? Hand egg. Use hands. Throw eggs. Oh man, y'all are just sad. Yeah, I do vape. I try and mute when I take a puff off of the thing, but sometimes I don't. And sometimes I do mute and forget to take myself off and mute and end up talking to you guys for 5 minutes while I'm muted. You know, it's an old person thing, right? Short-term memory loss. Egg ball or throw ball, you can decide. You said it, I didn't, Histo. You said it, I didn't. So don't put those words in my mouth. I use that word and my wife chops off my nuts. And even though she's not at home, she would find out somehow, some way. She would know. Rebuild the CG. Yeah, there was. Is this CG? Which one's CG? This one here? No, they're repairing it. Yeah. Is this other one down here repairing also? Yeah, that's been repairing for a while. What the fuck? What? Huh? Any tips for fighting a team like 60MX and Osiris League? Pray. Pray. Oh, where is it here? This was us against Blackpink. Not so good. Where is the MX game? $60MX broke our 16-game winning streak right here. Right here. I feel like, okay, against MX, that's not half bad, but they had 3 less players than we did. So, yeah, fucking pray. It's like asking for tips against fighting a grizzly bear. Well said, Jacob. Well said. Good morning, Trickle. Like I said earlier, they must have been struggling to do some matchmaking in regular Arc this week because we got 5.2 billion matchmaking ranking, and we're going against a 3.6 billion matchmaking ranking team. 30 players versus 20 players. I don't know how the hell that happened, but tomorrow should be interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. MX is not GT anymore, but 412 players, a lot of 412 players. But at the same time, who do you think they practice against? So when you consistently practice against one of the top teams in the game, you're going to get better yourself. And you're going to start to perform at a higher level yourself. So, yeah, pray. Pray. How was the war? Any updates? So they're still fighting at this level 6 pass right here. Okay, every now and then 1960 will push up here and try and take care of this building fort. They have not been successful. The fort's got less than an hour on it. 1960 controls one of the pass 7s. 2489 controls the other pass 7. And there have been relatively no fights on those pass 7s. I think once this fort is done, we will probably see the fighting shift over that way. Hey, Venji. Roberts, good to see you as well. Alpha changed his name to, what was it, Terminator something or other, and YouTube wouldn't let him change it back. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. 2049 and 1960, there's going to be a lot of people trying to go there. They are putting on a show for, I mean, I've gotten so much content out of this KVK, it's been absolutely fun. I mean, I could pretty much fire up a stream almost any day for the past 7 days, and they're fighting at that level 6 pass. So, I mean, you know, cheers to 2489 and 1960. Thank you for that. I wouldn't say there's a clear winner or loser yet, Maniac. I think Kingsland will ultimately decide who wins and loses this. You know, I think a lot of this is just trying to get the upper hand and drain the enemy as much as they can out of resources and speed ups. But I think both of these kingdoms, it's going to be fairly hard to drain them. You know, they both have a bunch of whales who are not afraid to break out the American Express black card. Choo 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 goes the 1960 train. It's the stop emoji. I haven't seen any city rallies since yesterday. And the cities that were being rallied, I think they were pretty much zeroed already. I heard 1960 lost around 10 to 1500 million plus players in the last KVK. I can't understand why you migrate out of 1960. Yeah, I mean, I it's got to be hard, right? Every single KVK, you're fighting and draining yourself of resources and speed ups and troops. And you got to build back like crazy after every single KVK because, you know, the way 960 is built, they're going into KVK after KVK after KVK. They're not taking a lot of downtime. You know, they want those iconics. They want those, KVK shop pieces of equipment for Osiris League. You know, and that's got to be rough on a person who maybe doesn't have the insane income to spend and spend and spend and spend every single KVK like that. name change thing has a cooldown. You can change your name 2 times in 14 days. Good to know. So, yeah, I know there are players in 1365 that are getting burned out. You know, constantly zeroing themselves, constantly being asked to delete more troops so they can get new people in. I mean, that's got to be rough for people who, you know, don't make the 7-figure incomes. I mean, I make a fairly good salary. I spend money in this game, but I wouldn't last more than a couple of KVKs doing that myself. Oh, that fort's going down. Is it okay to iconic gear before the gear has specialty? Yeah, if you know you're going to keep it on the commander it's on and you're going to use it and you're never going to dismantle it, then and it's on one of your main marches, you know, that you use to rally or garrison, absolutely. I have plenty of gear that's iconic but not special talented. I can show you after this fort dies. Yep, 1365 is getting SN members in there, right? And yeah, who knows? Who knows exactly what Lilith is going to do? If they're going to limit it to 300 players, 500 players, 1,000 players, 1,500 players, and here comes the nuke. So, like 1365, 1846, 1093. Those kingdoms may be maybe on the kingdoms like that, maybe on the way out the door, right? Too much MGE and Zenith and general sculptures to even compete. Too hard for some folks to obtain certain key commanders if they don't spend like a madman. That may be part of it too, absolutely. Absolutely. 3 pieces in Guan without a special talent. So yeah, here's my stuff, right? I've got my best archer set now on Zuliang. So I mean everything here is special talented and iconic. Nevsky as well. Everything here, well, the ring and the horn are not, right? But yeah, I mean special talent, your accessories, good luck with that. And then Guan, and I know this isn't the perfect infantry set, but I don't use infantry all that much. But then we go to Boudica, right? And these are not special talented. So and before some of this stuff on Nevsky was special talented, and I know I could do the KVK helmet, the KVK weapon, and make this better, but that's such an investment in that in the materials that I haven't done it yet. But before a lot of this stuff was crit for Nevsky, I had the iconics on it. I imagine it would be just 300 players. That's possible. That's possible. So if we come out with a full version of the game for Mac like PC, how does Mac do it in a like an emulator? Is that how they run it on a Mac? Well, if it's trying to give less rewards per kingdom, I don't know if that's it as much as they're trying to reduce the lag and make matchmaking easier for them. Damn it, my ears. Well, you've been here a while, Alpha. You know what's coming when a fork goes down. Still number 1 on Lost Canyon. I was number 2, I think, last I looked. Yep, still number 2. These guys in DR60, they just go to fucking town, right? I swear, they all go crazy. Should we hit the number 1 guy? We can hit the number 1 guy. How do we do this again? We do our Trajan. Shit, let me take a look at my screenshot. I forgot how to do this. We do our Trajan and our Nevsky in the middle row, and then we do our Guan and our Alex in the top row. There we go. Okay, to answer your question, yes, I'm number 1 in Lost Canyon again. Oh, so it works with the M1 chips, but not the M2. That's just odd. It scared the bejesus out of me too. I don't think they'll reduce the number to 300, but 500 is possible. 960 versus 93 would be interesting. Organization versus power. Honestly, I'd like to see 365 against 1093. I think that would be in a KVK similar to this, right? Where maybe 1093 and 1365 face off 1-on-1, and then the other kingdoms just freaking stay out of it, and they let them go 1-on-1. And the other kingdoms post up their allies and fight for the second place rewards. I think 2489 and 1960 arranged this KVK very nicely to where none of those other kingdoms, none of those smaller kingdoms wanted anything to do with these guys, and I don't blame them. So I think this was the best scenario that they could have dreamed up, and it's giving us a hell of a show on a daily basis. So yeah, I'm sure dude will hit me right back. We were going back and forth for a couple of days. So when he's in first, generally I don't hit him anymore. But yeah, he gets he gets all his buddies in the DR60 alliance to try and knock me down as well. This guy used 3 attempts on me. This guy 2, 3, 4 attempts on me. So hey. It's all in fun. Okay, I got all the shit out. Well, no, not really. Since this is the only place you can get a flag, I try and get a flag out of here every KVK. The iconic and the flag, and I've got enough of these already. So maybe I'll just go for materials after. Who knows? You really got to add some stuff to that shop. That's pretty petty. No skin off my nose. I don't care. I just hit him right back. And I don't know if he's actually getting other players in his alliance to attack me or not. It just seems like it, right? Because they're the only ones that ever attack me anymore. White black coffee? I don't know. Is it? I think it might be. Ahmed Aziz, last we looked yesterday, I think he was up to like 46 billion kill points. And he might not even be in GT right now. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Omniarch or one of those guys will come out with a new video, top 10 kill points or whatever. Maniac, sell me some resources. That's from having 10 farms and going on my farms pretty much constantly if I'm not streaming. And last KVK, our enemies didn't fight us at all. I mean, last KVK, I got, what was it? 170, no, 700,000 kills, and that was it. 100 and some odd thousand deads, and that was it. Because our enemy literally didn't show up to fight. Every time we took a pass, they all poured it away. Hell, they didn't even kill our AFK troops in the Font of Ra or Shrine of Ra. You know, never ever have I been in a KVK where people didn't come and try and kill farmers or try and kill AFK marches. I mean, I think I went to bed last night, not last night, one night, and I just left marches outside of the pass. And not once did they come through the pass and kill my AFK marches. Let's look. Where's an MX player? There's an MX player. Yeah, 48.4. I think Makote was the first to break the 300 million deads. Will Ahmed Aziz be the first to break 50 million kill points? 50 billion kill points? I mean, even when all of 1960s behind the pass here, you know, Ahmed Aziz was just sending his troops up into the murder ball. Okay, make sure you all have gifting enabled. I'm going to drop 5 memberships in the chat just because I've been having fun today, and it's mostly been because of the quality discussions we've been having here in chat. So, membership gifting, there we go. And the more of those emojis we can get dropped in chat, the more fun everyone has, right? So, make sure you have gifted memberships enabled, because here come 5 gifted. Let's see who gets them. DB, Seth, Winter, Benji, and Purge. Welcome to the Touchdown Club. You can now use all the wonderful emojis that YouTube provides for members. You have access to the Touchdown Club on my Discord. Just make sure and link your your Discord account with your Facebook account. Next time, B. Next time. When y'all see Justin drop in the chat, you got to make sure and drop that Justin emoji. That's the only prerequisite here. When you see Electro King in chat, drop the EK emoji, right? Electro King. And MF comes in chat. Drop the MF emoji. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And yes, Electro King, as you guys I'm sure know already, Electro King does a lot of the graphics you see on the stream for me. Overlays, intros, outros, you name it, he makes it. Did all of these emojis for me. He's got really fair prices and a fast turnaround time. Get a hold of Electro King on Discord. He's in my Discord if you need any graphics needs. Support a fellow Rise of Kingdoms player and not some random person on Fiverr, right?
Fight!
And you can blame Electro King for the exploding overlay. Yep. I have mixed emotions on pilots, right? You know? I mean, if these guys can afford it and that's how they have fun, hey, more power to them. I personally like the fact that every single kill point I've got, every single dead I've got, every single resource I've gathered, all 245,515 helps that I've given were done by me clicking the button or pressing the screen. Your sound like dubbing? What do you mean dubbing? Hey, at least once a stream, I gotta plug Electro King. My account is 1,617 days old. The first time I played this game was on January 13th, 2019 at 5:24 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's the first time I've heard that rumor, Dark. 2420, they're going 2429? First time I've heard that rumor. Anyone else heard that? And honestly, I would want to see 1365 against 1093. That's what I would want to see. That's my next ideal matchup request, right? If it can be done, I think that would be an awesome KVK. Two kingdoms that do things very similar. Kind of like we're seeing, 2489 and 1960 here. Two kingdoms that were built very similar. That do things the same as each other. You know, they like to swarm down things. They got a ton of Krakens, a ton of mega spenders. All right, Angel, have a good one. Thanks for the conversation today and jumping in and saying hello. Appreciate that. I think a lot of people thought they would get that when they saw 1093 against 1307. That wasn't even close to the case. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even be a rallier or a garrison lead in any of these kingdoms, which is another reason I like playing in a lower seed kingdom, because I get to rally, I get to garrison, you know. 2429 just got bought by close friends of 60MX leadership. Let's take a look. I'm curious now. $24.29. Oh, that's a shrine or an altar. This guy, I think he's got a YouTube channel. Could be wrong. So their main alliance is 11 billion. So I mean, it's possible. It looks like they got the space for him. Yep, either 1960 called for the retreat or 89 pushed them back through the pass. Excuse me for 1 second. I need to step away. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you for your patience. The older you get, the more frequent your trips to the bathroom become. Getting old is not fun. Real quick, let's check those level 7 passes. I doubt there's anything going on, but Oops. Did not mean to save that. I guess we know what the dragon boat is. That's coming up here. That's already on the... How about that? Don't care about that. Yeah, it's quite old. Wow, I'm amazed he didn't hit me back yet. Oh, here we go. Maybe.
Fight!
See, this is the part where if I'm fighting, I just get impatient. I mean, someone's got to attack first. Let's go. Let's go. Prison in prison and my KVK? They're not even fighting yet. Trying to get coordinates. Alright, until they give coordinates, we'll go back. We'll go back. There we go. Cannot view damn lag disconnected 5 times. Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, it looks like it's the same thing again and again. 60 balls up, they push in. 89 pushes them back. And here comes the rally now. A little late. A little late. That rally's gonna get swarmed down super fast. If it's even going for that AF. Yep. It must be nice. Enemies that keep up their field presence. Was that a dig on 1307 there, Triax? Well, yeah, this has been a good fight for days. For days. I mean, what? I know Apocalypse Gaming, who was in 2049, and he was sharing some screenshots of scouts that they sent. And I mean, every single city in 1960 they were scouting had tens and tens of billions of resources. You know, and I'm sure 2049 is very similar in that aspect. using jumps to heal. That doesn't consume speed ups, right? Resources, yes. I mean, we were in KVK and they just kept hammering our level 7 pass time and time again. Call Herald, call Herald, call Herald. And we tend to swarm everything down. So I ran out of speed ups on KVK. I probably used 500,000 gems to gem heal myself. Never gonna let that happen again. Yep, this fort's getting built, y'all. Round 14.
Fight!
Hey, Subi. Yeah, I have 10 farms. And the last KVK we were in, our enemies did not fight. So my resources just increased last KVK, where normally they drop significantly. But I have 10 farms. I work from home Monday through Friday. So I keep those farms going pretty much all the time. Still trying to find out where this imprison was, but probably over by now. Yeah, it does. It is a second job, right? I mean, I just, throughout the course of the day, I just keep rotating. I have the tablet set up in front of my work computer. So I'll just keep rotating farms, rotating through my farms, sending out farmers, in between meetings, in between emails, in between phone calls. Yeah, the number of sad faces for 1960 is insane. I've never seen that before from 1960. Usually it's the other way around, right? And you see the Xeno icon in there, so obviously somebody's trying to hit that, or they misclicked. Oh, there's a Constantine as Garrison now. This could be it. Oh, they should have stayed on it. They should have stayed on it with a Constantine in there. Oh, damn. That was their chance. Give or take. I mean, tied to my main account, these 4 farms I will cycle through every 2 hours, absolutely. I have 6 other farms on 2 other email addresses that I will go through a minimum of 3 times a day. You know, at a minimum when I wake up in the morning, and right before I go to bed at night, I'll make sure that I have farmers in the Alliance Resource Pit, and I'll send farmers out. And then usually around lunchtime, I'll go through them and send farmers out again. Yeah, good luck with that, Triax. Good luck with that. That would be called using a macro, and that would be forbidden by Lilith, technically. Yeah, the economy research is done on all my farms. I don't have the fighting research done on all my farms, but I just use them to fill flags and rallies anyway. The significance of this fort drop, I mean, I'm no territory genius, right? But this fort will protect 60 GT and 1960 from pushing out and burning the flags behind it. If they get to flags instead of forts, those flags will fall rather quickly, and they will be able to then build territory into this zone. So I think that's why they're protecting this fort so hard. At least the fort, you have 24 hours before it goes down. You know, that said, I can't honestly say why 1960 is pushing so hard in this area when if they were able to take this pass and burn these forts, that would be a much shorter trip then to block 2489 over here from getting into Kingsland. So I would think that they would focus in this area, but you know, maybe, I mean, there are much smarter people than me that play this game. I'm just kind of, words are just coming out of my mouth as I think things, right? So I don't know. You know, remember this KVK, you can only build a fort next to a holy site or next to a pass. And 2049 has got all the holy sites surrounded with flags. All the passes surrounded with forts or flags. So the only way that 1960 can even cut off 89 from the passes to Kingsland are by building flags through this territory. So I would think that the shortest path would be the most appealing path, rather than the longest path from this past 6. But what do I know? Subi, it's. I mean, we're not gonna know a winner until Kingsland. You know, at this point, I think both of these kingdoms will definitely get into Kingsland, and that's where the major fights will be. Where we're gonna see. We're probably not gonna see any rallies. We're just gonna see everyone swarming everything. Yeah, I mean, I'll go in on each of my farms and I'll collect these on a daily basis. I will collect the Alliance chests on a daily basis. I'll donate to Alliance Technology on a daily basis. But I don't do any of this stuff. Right? I don't do any of these on my farms. Maybe one of my farms I'll do it. This farm here. I might at some point in time take to another kingdom, so I can be playing in a KVK. I want to encounter another pretty much all the time. They're fighting on the right hand side now, like over here. Or you're talking by the past 7. Yeah, I mean, regularly 1960 would push over this way, trying to cut off some of these 2489 reinforcements from getting to the murder ball. So that's pretty standard. But let's take one last peek at these level 7 passes, and then it's about time for me to head and pick up my wife at work. So we're going to look at these level 7 passes one more time. Ooh, 89's got 1960 forts burning. Repairing. So it looks like while most of 1960 is occupied at that level 6 pass, 89's putting some pressure on him here. Just a little bit. And none of their forts are on fire here, so yeah, this is anyone's KVK still, guys. It's going to come down to, I think, who has the most pilots. Who has the most pilots? Because I don't think resources and speed ups are going to be an issue for either of these kingdoms. You know, maybe a handful of players in each of these kingdoms, but not for the vast majority of the spenders in these kingdoms. So it's going to come down to who can maintain that field presence during the downtime, who can find people to run their accounts during that downtime. Just my 2 cents. I have no idea how macros work. I've never even tried a macro in this game. I am too scared. My luck, Lilith would say, oh, sorry, you're banned, you're done. And I've got way too much time and money invested in this game to get any accounts banned whatsoever, so it's not something I've ever tried. So, I'm looking for somebody else who's streaming this KVK, and I don't see anyone that speaks English that is streaming this KVK. So we're going to get you over to another streamer whose thumbnail indicates they're streaming this KVK. And whatever happens, happens. I think this is German. Don't quote me on that. But if you guys want to keep watching, head over there. When you get there, do a Lambo raid. Hashtag Lambo raid. And we'll be back later probably. Stream more of this or just hang out and chat. Whatever happens, happens. But for now, if I am not there to pick up my wife in 9 minutes, my nutsack will get cut off. So happy wife, happy life. You guys know how it goes. Thanks everyone for jumping on. Thanks for the good discussions today. And we'll see you next time.